So my charisma is -2, and my religion is proficiency bonus, which is somewhere +2. So 18.
Okay. 300 probably be at the far end of what you could get.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be given to you with the expectation that they're giving you great latitude on continuing this kind of investigation, unearthing more of these creatures in the future, and they're going to want to see results eventually. They're going to want to see this paid off.
No, I mean, that's what I need it for. Like, it's one of the reasons the number's so big.
This is a situation where they're like, you're doing great work for us. Don't let us down. Also, why do you insist on working with this drunken lech?
I mean, like, if you want, like, immediate results, we could just hand over the little boy to the church.
What do you do with the boy?
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I actually like that. That is totally in keeping with Ekon's character.
We don't have anything else to do with him, but, I mean, what's the church going to do to this kid?
Let's not hand him over. That just seems cruel and unusual. He hasn't necessarily done anything bad. He just hasn't done anything good either.
He tried to defile my mind. I'm not
your mind, your muscles.
Maybe he was doing it in self-defense?
I mean, we don't know enough about this kid to make any kind of moral judgment. We only know that he's dangerous and he's not human.
Well, we don't know. We know he could be dangerous, but you could be dangerous. Genie is absolutely dangerous. We've seen that.
So Ekon, choice with the boy.
I like the idea of just handing him over to the church. Just I've managed to track down the child involved in the incident as well. He seems to be some sort of unseelie creature beyond my understanding.
Just wait a week.
Wait a week. You tell the church that you captured him after the fact, or that you've been holding him the whole time.
I don't want to guard him
after the fact.
Why don't we just let him go?
I don't want to guard him for a whole week.
I'll guard him for the rest of the week. Jeez.
I really think we should just let him go.
That seems like a bad idea.
That seems like a poor decision.
Let him go is basically outvoted then. All right. So I can erase this idea where owing this guy 100 golden credit was going to come back and bite you later.
No, I paid that off immediately.
Over the course of the next few weeks, then, a lot of claims come in. The captain is basically held at the cathedral. You hear, like, his soul is in great danger. There is the tribunals that are looking into his sentencing. Basically, he's in boiling hot water. Do you make any claim on the body, like Orin's body, as far as harvesting it for parts? I know that Genie wanted dick.
Is that against the rules?
No, not necessarily. I mean,
go for it. Genie, have at it, girl.
Yeah, listen, I've got magic items to make.
Genie.
Yeah.
What parts of this thing do you actually want?
The eyes and
let's say or. Eyes or what?
Eyes, the eyes then.
The eyes.
Just the eyes, yeah.
And they come to you preserved in jars of formaldehyde.
Right.
You don't know anything about the type of creature that this came from. Right. There's no such thing as a dragon expert in this setting because there are no dragons and haven't been for thousands. Dragons were gone from the world before Aer brought man forward. And so any kind of evolved dragon, any kind of dragonkin, or anything that would pass the bloodline down, you are completely ignorant to it. So I'm going to say, as a downtime action, you can make an Arcana check to run experiments and things on these eyes as you go to learn the properties of this creature, what they might be useful for. 8 full hours is a downtime action. You can do this.
Okay.
Before you learn anything worthwhile, we're going to say that's DC 15. Keep track of anything you get over a 15 and keep a running total of it. Does that make sense?
So it's like, I have to say, specify this is my downtime action and then keep track of anything over a 15.
So right now you've got a 0. Go ahead and make the first check. We'll assume that you could do this first one within a couple days.
That is a 22.
A 22?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Turn that into a 7, because you got 7 above a 15 on that roll.
Okay.
Once you've accumulated 20, you'll learn something about the nature of this creature and what these eyes might be used for in a magical sense.
Okay.
If at any point you roll a 1 on this roll, you've destroyed the eyes, and they're no longer viable for experimentation.
All right. I don't have any blips, so...
That seems like a you problem. No, I'm just kidding.
The good news is they are preserved, so they're not gonna... You're not on a time scale. You can take care of this whenever you want.
What about the ship? Because right now, Genie is like more concerned with that was she's glad she got the eyes. She wanted the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
She's like sexually aroused by this boat.
So
that's where she's at on the excitement
the captain,
scale.
In order to buy his way free, he does have to empty out his vault, and he is going to have to sell the ship. Ruby's not willing to buy the ship outright. But if nobody buys the ship outright, and it has to be, it could be dismantled for parts, and the parts can be sold off individually. If you guys do nothing, probably one of the other houses will step in and buy the ship entire, because it's just a very lucrative vessel to own. However, I will say that you guys can, over the course of the next couple of weeks, go out of your way to ensure that doesn't happen. If that's your course of action that you want. If you do that, then you might be able to just secure the engine for yourself.
We can't. There's no way we're going to get the whole boat.
I don't know how much this thing costs to build, but it's not an investment that Ruby and Nigel want to make right now.
Okay. Like, you previously said that Ruby might be interested in investing in that. But no, if she's not willing to invest...
She just gave us a mission to find more ways to make money in the city.
I would probably have needed to sell the captain out.
Right.
If only you had sold the captain out.
No, it's fine. I don't want Ekon to. Somebody is... Listen.
I gave you a pair of eyes.
Yes, no. What I'm saying is there is a very good chance that by the end of this campaign, Genie is going to end up chaotic evil. At the rate I'm going.
I think we all are.
So, we need somebody to be a reasonable voice.
And
I think that's my job.
But yeah, no, eyes and no, I will go out of my way to try and secure that engine. Like,
if anybody wants to try to secure the engine or for House Veritas, let's go ahead and get a list of what you guys are doing. So we'll start with what is Genie doing to try to intervene in somebody else purchasing this ship outright at auction.
I know a lawyer you could talk to.
Well, first of all, no. Second of all, it's in pieces.
If nobody buys the ship outright, it's going to be dismantled.
No, I mean the engine is currently in pieces.
Well, yeah, but it could be rebuilt.
I mean that's going to add an extra cost. They're going to have to hire somebody.
The Mercantile Guild probably did that after they confirmed that there was nothing unseelie going on with it.
Okay. I don't know. I guess.
You could spread rumors about the
I guess I could spread rumors through my contact to say that that there's the ship, the engine might have been defective.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have something I'm going to do.
Make me a deception check.
Oh.
I just say that it's like you want a voice of reason, but you don't listen to the voice of reason. That's the problem.
Chaotic evil, I guess. I ended up chaotic evil in torment somehow. I have no idea how it happened.
It needs plausible deniability.
How'd the deception do?
No.
Does a 1 do it?
A 1?
Yeah.
What is Ekon doing?
Ekon is going to try and make part of the decree of the captain's sentence be that implied that the ship will be under much, much, much closer scrutiny.
Thereby making it
whoever
less
the
attractive?
future owner is, that this sort of thing is not going to happen again, and the church will be making sure of it in a very painful manner if it comes up.
Okay, make a religion check.
It's a religion of 13.
Picturing
Is anybody else going to offer their services towards this goal?
Evie, please.
Um,
Please.
Here's a thought. Our brother is a gambler. This seems like something that would be up his alley.
Oh,
Would
We
he
have-
be? Would he be interested in like looking to see if he can get some investors, and maybe he would want to buy this boat?
not the boat, the engine.
Well, he would want the whole boat. He doesn't need the engine.
The problem is Lugrin is not trustworthy enough to get investors.
That's probably true.
Lugrin did lose a significant amount of money. Could we, could Evie possibly get him to make a claim?
Well, yeah, you could press it. He could press the claim, and it would probably be paid out, but it wouldn't be enough to cover the cost.
It would
of
only be a
it.
few hundred gold.
Remember,
Probably.
But it would.
the captain had a large amount of coin and other credit that he could call in to pay those kinds of debts off first.
Right. Well, like, have it paid back to House Veritas, and then have Ruby put it towards the engine.
I mean,
You still have to ensure that the ship isn't sold.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have any like strong ideas about how to do that. Like,
I-
Lugrin is not trustworthy, and Evie does not have any reputation as being a good business person yet, so she
You
can't
could.
front the money.
I mean, you could, spread the rumor that there's like a spirit on the thing from the dead dragon.
Oh, it's tainted by unseelie forces.
Well, that's what Victor might do. So, would this be like the only action we're doing for a couple weeks, or can we also do other actions during this time?
This is this is all you'll be doing as far as securing the engine for your house.
Okay, because
This is your contribution towards that goal.
Victor would like to help, but Victor also wants to start trying to plan this expedition to the other ruins. Since
You can
since
do
we're
both.
having such good luck.
You could do both of those things at the same time.
Okay, then yeah. So Victor will.
So Evie's doing nothing. Evie's passing.
Well, I'm just trying to think like, if there's no way I can like exploit our brother to somehow get this, because he's like an angle that I could explore here, but he doesn't sound like he has any way to actually do this.
Not really.
Oh.
He's really
Can
not
I-
good for much.
Yeah, he doesn't sound. Does he even have like any class levels?
Level 1 noble at the very least.
Yeah, so yeah, he sounds kind of useless. It kind of sounds like the Evie and Eugenia are the only ones in our main household who are actually any good at like fighting.
You don't know how good fighting Ruby is. So you're doing
Yeah, I
nothing. as
bet
far
Ruby
as...
could hold her own.
Yeah, Ruby's a wild card.
It's
Okay,
probably
so
like a level 5 noble.
well,
Whole five nobles real good.
Yeah, Ruby sounds like a noble to me, but that's probably dangerous to assume.
Don't fight a level 5 noble with anybody else in the room.
Evie going once, going twice.
I guess I can just. I'll help. I mean, I don't want to talk to the Amberson sisters.
You can assist on somebody else's task, and they can make a roll
Can
of
she,
advantage.
can she retroactively give me advantage on mine?
I'll
No,
assist with Ekon. I'll assist
Oh.
with Ekon.
I already rolled mine too.
Oh, I'll assist with Victor then.
Okay, so what's Victor doing?
So Victor is going to try and use his knowledge of history and arcana to talk about how the ship is tainted by unseelie forces and attracts unseelie forces like half dragons and other things.
I mean, they did investigate that.
Okay, make a charisma history check. Make this add advantage because Evie is assisting you in spreading these falsehoods.
I mean, this isn't really a falsehood. It was something they actually had to look into.
That would be a charisma history. That would be a 21.
And is Edmont doing anything towards this end?
I honestly can't think of anything else, and people have already kind of jumped on and made
Okay.
their rolls. So
Do you want to try, like the crime angle?
I'm a sneaky monk. I don't really have any dog in this fight. I mean, except for the money, and the money has already kind of gone the way of the wind. So can't really.
You don't care that Evie wants not Evie, that Jeannie wants the. I feel like that happened in Flumph of the Wild constantly, and it's going to happen here. Somebody's going to call me Evie and Evie Jeannie constantly throughout this entire campaign.
It
Already
this time
happened.
with
Oh, you
twins, so-
birdie from the G's. Birdie 2.
So Edmont's not doing anything toward.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't think of anything else that
Okay.
would. Yeah, Edmont was looking for the whole unseelie relics angle, and if that's already kind of gone the way of the wind, then
So here's
no,
the
I don't
deal.
really have-
Nobody buys that the ship is defective, mostly because they know that House Bulk went over the engine and confirmed that everything's fine. The gaming tables cannot be rebuilt. So, like, those reports were already in. So, Jeannie's story about the ship being defective don't go anywhere. Victor and Evie's story about how the ship will just attract some other unseelie entity, especially considering 2 people, respected citizens, died in the attack. And the manner of their death was so gruesome, seemed to carry a lot of weight. And Ekon, anybody who wanted to buy and operate the Lucky Mooring, the ship would come under more scrutiny, especially after people do start to believe that the ship has an unseelie taint. Knowing that any house rich enough to just come forward and purchase the ship outright when it needs to be sold off in order for the captain to raise funds for his defense shies away from it, thinks better of it. In fact, it almost seems like the idea of like the gambling nightlife riverboat is going to be out of style, out of vogue for the foreseeable future, at least for this coming season in Brennanine.
Mm-hmm.
Regrettable.
To purchase the machinery from the ship and have it transported to a location of your choosing. First of all, House Veritas has paid 75 pieces of gold for their claim. It's actually impossible to prove that Lugren actually lost as a result of the cheating tables. So, like, just a class action thing was done. Anybody that can prove that they were there gaming got a payout from the captain because his tables weren't fair. So Lugren's part of that was 75 gold, which covers the losses that he had to eat and then some.
Oh, does that
We
mean
all played there.
does that mean Victor got paid too? I didn't play.
Yeah, Victor was trying to impress girls.
Victor did lose money there.
How much money did you lose?
It was like 25 gold.
I remember somebody made a gambling check but didn't lose any money.
That was... So Victor made the check when he was trying to impress the ladies, and then when Ruby gave him 25 gold, you said he lost all that. So.
Oh, yeah, then yeah, you get... then yeah, House Veritas' payout comes to... I can't math.
Be 100?
100, 150?
150, yes.
Yeah.
And how much of that do you want, Victor?
25.
All right, yeah, you can have 25 of that. And the rest goes back into the coffers. Let me bear with me just 1 second. I want to see how much I should charge for this engine. What sounds fair? Jeannie, do you have any idea what you're going to do with this machinery once you have it?
You want
Wants to have it.
honest answer?
Well, you got to convince Ruby, not me.
Well, there's just many different things I could do with this.
30,000 pieces of gold.
Yeah.
Also, or no, this question has some real birdie energy to it right now.
So it's going to be an investment of about 3,000 pieces of gold to purchase this engine. It's the most costly part of the ship, especially if you want to keep it all intact.
Right.
Are you going to turn this engine into a giant vibrator? Like, why do you want this so bad?
So the question is, what do you intend to do with this engine? Why should Ruby make this investment? It could be affixed to another ship, or you could...
Right. It could be fixed to another ship. I could run experiments on it to do different things, and
I mean, it's essentially a steam engine. It only does one thing.
Right. Right. I know that.
Make it a cannon?
I could.
I mean, we played Factorio. You got to build 50 of these things to generate an appreciable amount of electricity.
Right. I could build a train. We could do all kinds of things.
Well, you have to invent
Do
the train
trains-
first.
Oh, trains don't exist?
No. they do not.
Steam engines exist, but not trains?
You could invent a thing that raised a large column of water and then have water pressure.
Yeah,
I don't know what
make,
good that is, but
Have showers.
Ruby wants to know that if you, because this purchase is going to be very public. It's going to be on a lot of lips. She wants to know that other houses are not going to look at this as being a foolish purchase on your part.
Okay, so this is what is there running water in Brennanine?
There are wells. Some of the individual houses might have more sophisticated pumping systems, but there's not plumbing, so to speak.
Well, like I could tell Ruby we could always affix it to another boat that we could do for some like economic purpose. But right now we want to buy social currency, right? That's the is Ruby more concerned with currency or social currency?
She's concerned with both. Your house is very wealthy, but your wealth is not limitless, and you're not even one of the top 10 wealthiest houses in Brennanine.
But I know, but like if she had a choice right now, because which one would she pick? Like, would she prefer the social currency, especially with the vote that just happened?
Almost certainly, yes.
Okay, so here is my proposal.
At last,
we take the steam engine, and we use it for public works, and we use it to get running water to maybe public bathhouses and things like that.
Is that what you're going to do with this premises that's currently a bookstore?
No. This is not going to be the bookstore / House Veritas Magic Request Emporium / public bathhouse.
you could try and retrofit it into an existing like someone else could you could find another noble house to go in with on this, and then maybe also make some inroads.
Actually, I know what I'm going to do. A textile factory. We'll use it to run a textile business for the currency.
Evie could help.
Do we have a location?
We do. We have a building next door.
Isn't that owned by a nice old lady?
No, Victor. Was that intentional deflection, or did you just?
I'm hearing that Jeannie wants to use the current bookstore.
Right. I want to use it to set up some kind of enterprise to make money. We could use it for manufacturing. We could use it to run, I don't know, like a loom. We could use it to run like an auto hammer for a blacksmithing operation. We could use it to do I'm just throwing ideas down there. I'm not sure what's.
Okay, if you can go find out the best trade to use it for to make us the most amount of money.
I mean, for Jeannie's, I don't have.
I have an idea.
Weaver, yeah, go ahead.
We ship it back to South Warren, and we use it to pump water out of mines. The bottom mines always fill up with water. It's terrible.
We have mines?
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
There are mines in South Warren. I don't think the House Veritas actually owns any.
The problem with doing that is then Genie.
We put it on a mobile platform and we sell the service of water drainage to mines.
So you bring all these ideas to Ruby. There's a lot of back and forth over all the different things that could be done with this engine. So she's convinced that if she makes the investment, you will do something with it. So over the course of a couple days after she authorizes this purchase, so Jeannie, you're in charge of seeing the thing properly dismantled and shipped back to the estate. So by the time you get there, the ship is going to be pretty much completely dismantled. Anything of value or artistic quality will be sold off. The lumber is still good. Nobody wants the ship intact. It's too tainted, but...
The most artistic thing on the ship, Jeannie now owns, so...
So where are we putting all of these engine pieces for now?
I guess I have a lot of storage space in the basement.
Okay.
In the tower?
So the biggest complication is that coal is a luxury item. It's not... This is not a culture that's entirely built on coal. Most people citizens, I mean small folk that live in the city, heat their houses probably with wood-burning stoves. You can get your hands on coal, but it's expensive to do. And there's not infrastructure in the city for an entire city like built with smokestacks. It's not London, in other words.
Would it be possible? Have we ever found coal in South Warren and whatever mining operations we have there?
Again, I don't think Veritas owns any mines. That's not your guys' purview.
Maybe
It's
we should
something. It's something that can be gotten, but this is very much a luxury item that you've purchased.
What about charcoal?
Charcoal and coal are the same thing. I played Minecraft.
So let's just go chop down a forest and turn it into charcoal.
So for right now, the idea is that you're going to have this access to this machinery, but you're going to have to spend a lot of time playing with it and putting it together in different configurations to try to find some economic use for it that's not just a luxury item. Unless you're pulling in literal boatloads of cash like this gambling ship was, finding an economic use for this is going to take a spark of genius on your part. So now you have 2 big jobs. Do you want more big jobs?
Listen, Jeannie was just following her heart.
So Victor got a bookstore, and Ekon got some clout with the church, and Jeannie got a new engine and a pair of eyes. Edmont and Evie basically just got breath weaponed.
Yeah. Well, Edmund didn't even get breath weaponed.
You punched a dragonling guy.
You also made a really good sleight of hand check.
A lot of
We
people
barely even
saw
know what that
Edmund
means.
bring down that unseelie creature. Like, you all
That is
fought it
true.
valiantly, but Edmund is the one that dealt the killing blow.
That's probably a good thing for your
Yeah.
your level 4.
Oh,
reputation.
believe me, I've already made that thought. Don't worry, I'm right there with you.
Listen, guys. Just to let you know, do not be afraid to recommend reputations for me as I level up, because I am going to be put on the spot and be like, I don't know.
So did we decide? Did we actually get through handing the boy over to the church about a week later, saying we found him?
Yeah.
Okay.
And unless you go out of your way to keep tabs on it, as far as you know, the boy disappeared down into one of the dungeons.
Okay.
Can we requisition parts from him too?
No!
The offer doesn't come forth, no.
Oh my!
Are you
Blessed.
sure Genie isn't evil?
All 5 of you have
Not
a
human.
lot of very positive social encounters over the course of the coming weeks. You guys are negotiating the purchase of this engine and seeding rumors and playing with eyeballs. It does seem like the whole city knows that House Veritas uncovered this unseelie plot, and the 5 of you are the ones that brought the creature down. And quite a lot of houses also got some gold out of the situation. A lot of people were able to make claims and see them go through. So if nothing else, you've managed to divert the talk away from skeleton boxes being delivered to your house. So job well done.
We still need to figure out who sent those, because stuff seems to keep happening that keeps us away from that investigation, and I can't help but be a little suspicious of that.
Yeah.
Well, so that brings me to my next question, because during this period of a couple weeks, as the time it takes for example, the eyeballs to come back and the negotiation to get this ship dismantled instead of stolen, or instead of sold.
Stolen. That's a slip.
Kind of stole the engine, because somebody could have bought that ship and used it. So yeah, what else are you guys doing during that period of time? As you're...
Oh, we need it.
There's a lot of opened books
We
on
need
the
to
table
follow.
here.
Do you
We
want
need
to
to
go
follow up.
us to go around the table, or
Yeah, let's start with Jeannie, just because Jeannie's the top of my list here.
So this is while we're in town waiting on the engine and the other things, right?
Yeah, this is stuff you're doing simultaneously with making sure the engine comes home to you.
I am going to. The things that Jeannie wants to do is she wants to continue to Well, first off,
Mhm.
before I forget again, Evie, I
Yes?
take your dagger and I infuse it.
Oh,
It is a +1 dagger of returning.
yay!
When you throw it, it appears back in your hand and is a +1 weapon for all over things. Okay?
Gross.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
I meant to do that before the fight, and I promptly forgot.
Okay, so I'm making Rabbit Killer a +1
Yes.
dagger.
Yes,
That
+1
is
dagger. of
very
returning.
on brand for
Rabbit killer.
you.
That's the name of her primary dagger.
What
I
else
spent
do
the
you-
entire last campaign just hitting things. Okay, give me a moment to reacclimate.
What else are we doing?
I am going to, I guess, spend time making preparations for this. We're going on an expedition, aren't we?
You have a
That's the
lead
last thing we're
on
gonna do.
the Rex Ronto ruins, yes.
I am going to prepare stuff for that. Is preparations for that. I don't have. I'm going to ask to. Is that something I could borrow money for?
It's probably not something that's going to take a lot of money. The
No,
lake
I
you're
mean-
traveling to is not on this map. It's not big enough to be on this map, but it would be up about here. So figure
No,
about
when
a 5-day journey out.
When I say make preparations, I want to at least get like 1 potion of healing made by my attendant,
Okay.
and maybe make a scroll.
Okay. So you got the scroll making rules in the book.
Right, and that's just 1 day for me and 1 day for him, and then the rest of it is just miscellaneous. Like Gina doesn't really have anything she's just like going to spend the rest of the time kind of clearing space in the underground, in the like in the underground area around her workshop for the engine,
Okay.
things like that.
So you're creating
prepping
a potion of healing and what scroll?
A scroll of let's see, a scroll of, let's do grease.
Okay. And you're able to pay for the scroll making costs?
No,
No.
that's why I was going to ask.
So you're telling Ruby about this expedition, the 5 you were planning to go on in the
Right,
near future?
I was assuming she knew about it.
Okay. And she earmarks you know what? She earmarks 125 gold for your expedition. That's the rest of the money that you guys got from this ship payout.
Oh,
Because
okay.
Victor took 25 and she'll give you the rest of that.
Do we need a cart and horse to bring things back when we find them?
That's
We
up to
have
you.
horses.
You have horses, you
That's
have that's probably stuff you already have on the estate, yes.
Great.
So, Genie, that's all you're doing is potion and making scrolls?
Right. Well, if I have that much money, I'm gonna spend more time making stuff. I just was assuming I could maybe squeeze one scroll's worth of stuff.
Well, we might
125
need
gold
other
is what
supplies.
she'll give you as a party for the expedition.
Yeah, you can't just bogart everything.
Okay, well that's 50 gold for
Edmund,
me. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I will. Okay. All right.
Edmund, what are you spending the rest of the time?
I
Do
want
it.
to follow up on this. I want to follow up on this Iron Chin investigation.
Turf at Longshin?
Yeah, Long
Okay.
Chin. Yep.
Is anybody else spending their time with Edmund doing this investigation?
Evie will.
Okay.
I am going to put this money on the party sheet. Like we have a party loot sheet that doesn't really have anything on it currently.
Okay.
Can you link that?
Yes, if I can find it.
Edmund and Evie,
Yes.
Yes.
would you like to make separate investigation checks, or would you like to make a joint investigation check? The benefits of 2 checks are if you both pass the check, you might learn more disparate pieces of information versus only 1 check, but 1 check you have a greater chance of succeeding because you can roll it at advantage.
My investigation is not great.
Nor is mine. So I think we should just, maybe we should take 1 and 1 and see what we get.
Okay, so
I'm
we'll
going to
both
say
try.
the DC is 15. You can reduce it by 1 for every 10 gold you want to spend on this investigation.
I don't have any gold ever again. I'm out of money.
I'll put up 5 gold.
You need 10 gold to reduce it by 1.
Oh, that's I don't have enough money to do that then.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't either.
So you're looking for the DC 15 investigation check, which you can roll
Okay.
at advantage.
At advantage.
Or I thought we were going to be doing separate rolls. That's on to 15, so bummer.
Okay. I'll try. Let's see.
I believe in you.
No, that's
I believe less than you now.
That's a 3.
A 3?
I beat you though. That's a 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even adding it together, we don't make it.
Investigation is not my strong suit. Is there another skill I can use?
On a scale of 1 to 10, because you guys have spent a couple of days asking around and just hitting the blinds, and you know that while you're doing this, some of your companions are prepping this expedition. Like, you know you're going to be leaving the city within another week or 2. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much risk would you like to assume getting close to this investigation? Now that you know that just asking around and trying to grease a few palms isn't getting you anywhere.
What kind of risk?
Dunno.
No.
This is one of those...
The answer to this question, Solitaire, is always 10.
Is it 10?
I feel like it's 10. These people are screwing with my family. We need answers.
10?
I'll go with 10.
Okay. Bear with me one moment. So you start out by kind of asking around some contacts that you may have heard of, some dock workers, some warehouse workers, some warehouse clerks. You do learn pretty quickly that Longchin owns 2 warehouses, but it's hard to get any more information than that.
Mm-hmm.
So you start pressing a little further. You start asking the kinds of people you usually wouldn't have dealings with.
Yeah.
Roll initiative.
Oh, okay.
Sure. I'm down for that.
Oh, now 10.
And I don't have a battle map here, so we're just gonna have to.
7.
And everybody else is not on this initiative. It's just Evie and Edmont. Alright, I need to check one thing in the player's handbook before I murder both of you.
I look forward to it.
We'll murder one of you for sure.
Oh,
I
no.
don't know about both of you. If I get both of you, it'll be like my birthday.
Not it.
I mean, my birthday is not in July, but Christmas is next month, so...
Well, Destil already gave you Christmas and birthday presents.
Destil
Yeah, let me
did.
take that reaction.
The rest of you still owe me, though.
You almost killed me. It doesn't count.
No.
I'm actually, I actually made that brick, that slidey thing. So don't kill me.
Okay, this might suck for one of you.
Okay.
Oh, Edmund, you're bigger than Evie considerably, both because you're a man, because you're older, and because you're a martial character with some training. Is all that correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll avenge you. I'll avenge you.
Please don't kill our only frontline fighter.
Neither of you have a passive perception. It's a 22, sorry.
They're both the
Fine.
same height, actually.
All right.
So yeah, it would just be the like bulk
My
and
passive
whatnot.
perception is 14.
The good news is you guys have had long rests, several of them before
Yeah.
this
So
encounter.
we're at full health.
Yep.
Okay. I have to roll all these dice twice.
Oh no.
And my monster manual keeps closing. Anytime they have all the people stat blocks in the back of the monster manual on the last 4 pages. So it's hard to keep the book open if you're
Believe it.
Oh, these are D4s, not D6s. Oh, they are D6s because it's.
Oh no.
No,
Sneak
they
attack.
need to be. They're D4s. Rickard, they're D4s. It's fine.
6. I hit an AC of 17, first of all.
Yeah.
And you're surprised.
Oh god.
Yeah.
That's a lot of dice.
I don't like this. How many dice are you rolling?
Edmont,
Hey.
30 points of piercing damage.
Owie. I'm
Excuse
down.
me?
You guys are out in the warehouses one night. You decide you're going to go out there, level 10 risk. You're going to go out there and kind of stake out one of the warehouses, the one you think that the skeleton crates were held in for some length of time. And Edmont, out of nowhere, you just feel this knife, this dagger, come up under your rib cage and twist cruelly, and then it's yanked out, and you drop immediately.
Do I see this?
Evie, you do, but you're surprised.
Uh-huh.
And the man that stabs Edmont, not sure if it's a man, it's a kind of a scrawny, lithe figure wearing cloak covering their features. And it looks like they're going to stab you next. So you're surprised. Edmont, go ahead and give me a death saving throw. 30 is not enough to kill you outright, is it? You had more than 50.
No, it is not.
Okay.
That's pass.
Okay, so you have one pass.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll just stab Edmont while he's down. Edmont, I have a 12 to hit.
Nope.
So, Evie, you see the shadowy figure kneel over your cousin. And what kind of armor are you wearing? Edmont.
None.
None. Oh, you're
None. Yeah.
stabbing downward rapidly. But you hear the sound of the knife striking one of the cobblestones instead. And you're no longer surprised. Now it's your turn.
Okay. I could get you up with my words of resolve. Do you want
I
that?
don't think you could. I don't think you could. This is
No.
stamp HP.
You can
I
spend
know, you
two
can-
for one.
Yeah, you can do 2 for 1.
So you can give 2 hit points back with words of resolve
Ah.
if you so choose.
I mean, I can't fight this guy myself. I don't think. I think it's gonna take both of us. Getting you back up, we might. Okay, I'm gonna give my 2 hit points back to Edmont to get him alive. Let's say, Edmont, get it together. Don't die on me. I look at the figure and say, "Can we help you?"
So you give 2 hit points to Edmont. And
Yeah.
try to talk. Not interested in talking. Very interested in stabbing. Very shocked, though, when you kneel down and say your words of resolve to Edmont. And Edmont, I mean, you feel yourself go groggy. You don't remember hitting the ground, but next thing you know, you're lying prone with 2 hit points with this shadowy figure about to stab you again. It is now your turn.
Half my move to stand up.
Yep.
And let's go ahead and beat the shit out of this guy.
All right.
Please do.
Does a 17 hit?
It does.
Some good old vitamin K.
Vitamin K, yep. 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Let's just snap up. And guess what? Key point dodge.
Key point dodge.
Yeah.
Okay. And as you're punching this guy, you feel that he's wearing armor under the cloak, probably studded leather. But he definitely grunts from the pain. You're definitely fighting a man. That's going to bring us back to the top of the order. He's going to now we'll go ahead and get Evie one, though.
Ah. Okay.
Evie, I've got a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Not
You
rolling an
should be-
advantage, so can't get sneak attack on you.
Yeah, you can't get sneak attack on her
Yeah.
that time. That's why I'm happy to take
Okay,
it. sneak attack.
I think we're gonna be okay now that we're both up and he's not got advantage on us.
5 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, that hurts, but Evie looks more mad than hurt.
Then he's going to use his bonus action to disengage and run away from you guys.
Okay.
Yeah. No, he ain't gonna get away though.
Yeah, we could both run him down, I think.
So he
Don't
starts
forget-
running down the alley. So the warehouse is situated here. I don't think we actually determined where it was situated.
I mean,
Probably
Evie
that
can
now.
dash as a bonus. She can catch up with him.
I do have faster movement than the average person.
The warehouse would be situated up here, somewhere on Harpoon Street, maybe.
Uh-huh.
Because remember, this shipment came in from the wrong side of Brennany. That's how you
Yeah.
guys.
Mhm.
That's information you got from Valeri. So running down towards the southern gate, leading into the town into Azure Street. That's where you would be chasing him to. Get our initiative tracker back here.
Don't forget, just reminder, you have a +1 weapon that returns
I know.
to him and you throw it.
Uh-huh.
All right.
So yeah, Evie, it's your turn. The man is about 30 feet away from you, and he's turned a corner, so he's broken line of sight. You have to give chase.
Okay, so I'm gonna dash as a bonus action to try to catch up.
Okay?
Can I see around the corner?
If you use your movement and dash, yes, you can get up to him this turn.
Okay, I don't need to get up to him because I can throw my dagger.
Okay?
Well, I may not want to throw it because I don't want to
You
kill
can-
him.
I mean, you can just get onto, like, because it's a bonus action. You can still stab him.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch up to him. My familiar is gonna be adjacent to him to give me an ally next to him so I can get my sneak attack.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to attack him non-lethally.
Now, he's got a lot of hit points left. I wouldn't worry about lethally just yet.
Okay. Okay. Here goes. That is a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. Let me get my whole bunch of dice out here because I have. I forgot to. I couldn't use my bonus action to use Hunter's Mark, but we'll do this. Let's see. That's gonna be. That's going to be 12 points of damage.
Okay.
And I think that's all I can do.
You're staying right on top of him?
I mean, I'll take a step back just so he can't try to shiv me.
Well, if you take a step back, he gets an attack opportunity. He hasn't used your reaction.
Oh, okay, okay. So I guess I'll just stay where I am.
Edmont.
I'm going to. So 40 feet of movement doesn't get me on him.
It does. He only had
It
30
does.
feet
It
getting
does.
away from you.
Okay, then
Remember, he
I
used his
can
bonus action to disengage, not dash.
I could absolutely overtake him then,
Mhm.
and yeah, I think we'll go ahead and continue to pummel him, maybe non-lethally this time.
If we get him down low enough, he'll probably surrender.
Nobody likes the pummeling.
Yeah, does a 23 hit?
It does.
7
He sees
points.
he can't
bludgeoning
outrun us.
damage.
7 points.
7 points bludgeoning damage.
Get him, McDohl.
Okay.
Yeah, key point dodge. Can't afford to do anything else right now.
Okay, on his turn, he's going to use a bonus action to disengage. And he's going to use his action to dash. He's no intention on fighting this to the end with you, but now he's 60 feet away. And then it brings us back to Evie.
I can dash and I can get to 60 feet up on him, right?
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
bonus action dash and then move 30, you'd
You sure
Yeah.
can.
base.
Yeah, so I'm going to keep up. My familiar's still going to be there, and I'm going to take another swing at him.
Okay.
Still don't get my hunter's mark, but I have everything else. That is an 18 to hit.
18 does hit.
Okay.
Fortunately, I'm out of key, so I can't keep up.
This is 10 points of damage.
And he is bloodied.
This guy's tanky for a rogue.
He's a little beefier for a rogue, too.
So she's like, you want to keep doing this?
No, by the time Edmont, because you're chasing after him too, right, Edmont?
Yeah.
Yeah, by the time you approach, the man has dropped his dagger to the ground, shows you the palms of his hands. Says, I give. I'll tell you who hired me, if you let me go.
We might want a little more than that.
He lowers his cloak and shows you his face, and just common hired goon.
Okay.
Looks exactly like every other hired goon you've ever met.
Did someone hire you to kill us specifically?
Been asking too many questions around Longchin's dealings.
Mm-hmm. So was he the one who hired you?
After a fashion.
You're gonna have to be more specific.
He says Longchain gave the order. Is that good enough?
Okay.
And the whole
That's
time he's talking, and
good
Edmont
enough for
approached,
now.
like he looks at this grievous injury. He thought for sure Edmont was going to come down after one stab, and then he wouldn't have any problem with the girl. You completely caught him off guard.
No selling this.
We're made of hardier stock than he was expecting.
All right then.
Yeah, he
You guys,
I
leaves
never
his
want to
dagger
see
on the
your
ground,
face in this town again.
and he tells you there'll be no account of that.
Good. Get the hell out of here.
And he does, leaving his dagger behind, still stained with Edmont's blood.
I'll pick up the dagger, turn, face Evie,
Genie.
lean up against the wall.
you okay? You need help? That was.
The street's a little shaky, but I think I'll manage.
Here, and she'll give you her shoulder. We'll get you home and rest. I think you're gonna be okay. But that was a bad hit.
So Victor,
thank you for the medical assessment.
Victor and Ekon.
She'll take a strip from her dress.
Yes.
Try to bind up your wound.
What are you two doing in the weeks leading up before you leave for the expedition? With the understanding that you'll be doing this stuff before learning that Edmont got shanked in an alley.
Yeah. We're taking Orson with us, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So Ekon is probably going to be pretty busy with all the stuff going around the trial and the selling off the captain stuff, but he will spend his downtime trying to get Orson a little bit more up to par in terms of fighting.
Okay.
Does Orson have any levels in Noble?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so he actually has light armor proficiency and
Orson
simple weapons.
almost certainly, probably just a level 1 noble, but
Yes,
Right.
we're going to do what I can to try and get him up closer to level 2.
okay. You know what?
And
Sure.
the other thing I wanted to do is I wanted to send my retainer, Auburn, out to scout out the path out to where we're going and back. She's a ranger, basically.
Okay. It's about a 5-day journey, so you could send her out ahead of time. It could be about 11 days round trip for her, as she can come
Okay.
back and...
Yep.
Okay, yeah, she's happy.
I'll have her do that, and then I'll have her, the day before we leave, I'll have her go a day's march out of town and set up a campsite for us to get ready.
Does this come as
Give
a
us a
relief
map.
to her? She's been just locked up in Brennanine all this time?
Yeah, I don't think she... Well, I mean, I let her... I have a feeling she generally hangs out somewhere else and occasionally gets... When I'm in the city, and occasionally gets hawk messages that I need her services. I don't force her to stay in the city if she doesn't like it.
So that's your retainer or your hawk that's going out?
No, I use the hawk to send her messages. She's...
Okay.
Okay.
Ekon,
Mhm.
do you have any weapon proficiencies not granted to you by your noble class?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't think clerics get one. No, they don't.
Yeah, Victor, what do you spend the time doing? Again, this is before you learn that Edmont got shanked in an alley.
So does this whole travel time, if I were to send my good dear friend Oliver out to kind of do a sight check on the ruin, would he be able to get back in time before we leave?
Well, that's essentially what Auburn is doing. Yes, Scout.
Okay.
Scout.
Yeah, so Oliver will go with them to kind of get information, report back. Victor is going to try and get more information on the ruins. He's going to try and make some maps of the area from the information that's brought back, as well as the information he can find.
This is well-trodden ground. I mean, even outside of the city, once you get out across the lake, you got to travel a fair distance before you're in wilderness proper. This is well-cultivated land all around here. The ruins are very, very well-known. They're also very, very well-known to be empty. It's just all you're expecting to do is go there and kind of confirm that, yep, still empty, and then come back and report that to the guild. That's essentially what the job is.
Yeah.
Brick?
Yeah.
I would point out that I did pick up shield proficiency from Cleric.
Okay.
Didn't get any weapons, but...
I'll say you could teach Orson shield proficiency then with this time.
Yep.
So when I make his stat block for the dungeon delve, we can equip him with
You'll
a
have
shield
2 more
feature.
AC.
So Vic, in addition to kind of trying to find out what he can about the ruins, Victor is also going to start trying to learn more about religion, with I guess the long-term goal to get a proficiency on religion.
All right, is it Xanathar's that has the rules for
Yeah.
skill training?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go over those rules after the session.
Okay.
Because there are ways to learn skills and tool proficiencies and language and stuff using downtime. And then word comes back one night when Evie and Edmont come limping back home. Edmont is nursing this grievous stab wound that he got while trying to investigate Longchin's dealings at this warehouse.
Evie's gonna call on Ekon. A little help for your brother,
Ugh,
medic.
What
That's-
the hell happened to you two?
And that's where we will leave it for the week.
Medic.
So you guys dismantled a riverboat and killed a dragon man. All I did for him is I took the bandit captain stat block, removed his multi-attack, and gave him assassinate. And then rolled better on initiative. So he got an automatic critical sneak attack on you. You'll love
Yeah,
to see
no,
it.
that's fine.
Didn't help him
Yeah.
very much.
I mean, if he hadn't, well, no, he would only have done 2 death saves against Edmund if he had hit him.
Yeah.
So if Edmund
Let's-
had failed his death save and then he had...
Yeah, if you'd hit.
We had hit, which then I would have passed my next save, so it would have been 2 passes, 2 fails.
So this is why
And-
when I ask on a scale of
Nat
1
20
to...
on the last one. Nat
Well,
20
then-
on the last one.
Well, we
I was
did
back
the
up to
10.
20.
We did the 10, but did we even actually learn anything?
No.
Yeah.
Well, you learned a
We
little
did.
bit, but you got attacked.
We actually learned that
We learned the
Yeah.
2 warehouses that he's at, I think. So that's
and also that, whatever he's up to, he's willing to kill. He's willing to
Nobles
kill people
over it.
over it. He's
I don't
willing to
think-
kill people.
I don't think that guy knew we were nobles.
I don't know, but yeah,
All right, so I'll put the straw poll up.
he's
And-
willing to kill people over it. So
I'm going to go quiet for a few minutes while I tally up some experience. Evie and
We're taking-
Edmund will get slightly more experience because they took down a bandit captain with Assassinate.
I think we were behind on experience anyway.
So you guys discuss what you want to do with your blips, and I'll be back in about 2 minutes.
we kicked the hornet's nest. So
Yeah.
So who are we awarding for what here?
it was most creative today.
Oh.
I liked the way Victor was trying to work over everyone on that ship.
You
Was.
tried really hard to get into that vault.
Yeah.
And I
Barring that.
respect it.
I think
respect it.
that's more intangible for me. But we can put it there.
No, I have an intangible for you. Don't worry, we're gonna get there.
Okay. Who was creative badass? Edmund?
I
What is it, Edmund?
Yeah.
I one-shot the kid.
That's true. That was actually
Edmund-
pretty good.
Edmund was
Edmund took a dagger to the face.
That's true.
Edmund
Edmund took a
was
lot.
put down. Edmund went from full to 0 to 2 and then started punching a man.
He got
Yeah.
right back up.
Okay, let's say Edmund. Party goals?
Not even sure what our party goals. Our party goals were what were we trying to do this session to reveal the dragon, dude? So who got us for
Ekon.
that skull?
I guess
Ekon.
Ekon, because we were the
Yeah.
ones it was his job we were working on.
This was his.
Yeah.
This was his show. So
And
Ekon-
it got us a lot of clout. We
Yeah.
seem to have greatly improved House Veritas' reputation.
Yep.
So I'm okay with giving that to Ekon.
And intangibles.
So regretfully, I don't remember exactly what it was, but something that Treble said just fucking killed me, and I can't remember what it is now for the life of me.
Must not have
Was
been that
it-
funny.
was it me
No.
wanting to firebomb the ship?
No, it wasn't that. I would not reward you
Was
for
it
that.
me saying that Jeannie was sexually attracted to the engine? I don't know.
No,
I've said a
I
lot
don't
of
think it is.
bullshit this session.
It
You're
was.
gonna have
It was something. It was definitely something that just like it was something self-referential. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but
Oh.
it just killed me.
Was it me saying that I spent the entire last campaign hitting things and I needed a moment to readjust?
Yeah.
Listen to this man toot his own horn.
If you can't remember what it is,
All right, who wants some experience?
I want some.
I want
All
some.
right, for the half dragon, I forget what I use as a base for Orin's stat block. But for the half dragon and the psychic druid, everybody gets 450 experience, 450.
Mm-hmm.
In addition, for bringing down the assassin, Edmont and Evie get an additional 225 each. 225.
That's 675.
Yep.
Flip's worth 150 now?
Yep.
I will double check for you. Yes, because Treble went up to
Level 4.
level 4. So level 4 blip value is 126.
What's XP to level 4?
Oh, 2700.
Oh, I'm still like a mile away.
So I need at least 2 blips for that.
I had to
Give it a minute
cash in,
because these
like-
flips are going to be really valuable.
I had to cash in like 10 blips last session to get to jump up to level 4.
I think I can get to level 4 if I cash in a bunch.
I'm gonna cash in.
Likewise.
Well, we get the blips from this session first.
Yeah, let's
Right, yeah.
give away some blips. So who wants to make their case first?
I can go.
Genie.
Uh-huh. So first I have chaotic neutral. When in doubt, go with your gut. For like the entire reason that Genie wanted to go on that adventure was, I'm gonna get that engine. And she just knew it in her gut, and then she was right. She got that engine, doesn't know what she's gonna do with it, but she didn't think that far ahead.
What's the
So-
car? Now what do you do with it?
I caught my tail. What would my ideal? What would Nigel do for the insistence of like this guy is a villain? Therefore, like Nigel would sword fight this villain. So we met to punish him. So he has to be punished.
Okay.
And I don't have anything for my flaw in the video.
Bear with me just a second. I deleted some important stuff from my spreadsheet that I was not supposed to delete because I'm dumb.
Don't be dumb. And don't call yourself dumb either.
Yeah, only we can do that. You dummy.
Thanks.
See, I wasn't going there. Treble did.
Sorry, I'm feeling sassy today. I don't know why.
I can't imagine why, Birdie too.
All right.
Oh,
Who
no,
else has
Genie's-
Who's next? Who has a?
I can go.
I apologize for the borking. The borking is
Okay.
happening. Evie, go ahead.
Okay. So for my alignment, you mess with my family, you mess with me for assuming 10 risk to find out who's sending skeletons, to find out more about who's sending skeletons to our house.
Yeah.
For ideal, a chess master must always position her pieces in the position of greatest advantage for putting herself in the right place to take out the kid in one shot.
Yeah.
And then her flaw, I'm a genius, oh no, for going on a mission with Edmont that almost ended with him getting murdered in an alley.
Yeah, if he had done another, see, what was it, 30 points of damage that you did
30.
to me?
That, is-
Could you have added another 14 on top of that somewhere?
that would be a stretch, I think.
Yeah, he only
Okay.
does that for Dodal.
Because that would be, because that you needed 44 to take me out in one shot.
So 2d4 plus 8d6. What is his roll?
8d6, oh my god.
Well,
If you
40.
roll high enough,
It was 46 for the sneak attack, but it was a critical hit.
yeah, if you
I
rolled
got
high
him,
enough,
I got
you
him
probably
right back
could've-
up, and I'm not even a healer.
Who's next?
I'll
I'll
go.
go.
I heard Ekon.
Okay.
Flaw, I am easily caught up within a good story for absolutely and totally believing that the captain didn't know anything about Orm being a inhuman monster,
Mm-hmm.
like magical monster in this case, not Paladin kind of monster. Ideal, give me a reason for not being willing to convict the captain of supernatural crimes just to entrap him and get him more harshly punished when he actually believed he wasn't guilty of them. And alignment, lawful good, the shining words of error lay down a path for us all, for making sure that the church made it clear that more of those sorts of acts on the riverboat would not be tolerated going forward.
Okay. And what does Edmont have for me?
I have my alignment, lawful neutral, take everything you can, give nothing back. For advocating for trying to get as much out of this ship as we could once it was done.
Okay.
Once we were done with it.
Sorry about that. I'm getting a phone call from Scam Likely.
Oh, I get calls from him too.
Yeah.
I have my ideal eyes on the prize for for all of the stuff that we're trying to, we really should see about who the hell tried to send us those skeletons. Like that's something that needs to be looked at.
So in this
I
case,
agree.
the prize is getting stabbed in the belly.
Yeah, I guess. So
Yeah, keep your eyes on it.
Yeah, I mean, and my flaw: fool me once, shame on you; fool me twice, shame on you. For getting shanked in an alley.
Okay. And what does
I
Victor
think I
have?
deserve that.
So for
That
Victor's
nice to
alignment,
speak up.
at the ends justify the mean, trying to befriend the bad guys to get more information. So trying to join the crew of the boat and kind of swing them, and then sort of turning around and shanking them.
Okay.
For the ideals of seek the truth no matter the cost, wanting to throw the captain under the bus so that he was correctly punished and all of his crimes that he wasn't admitting to would come to light.
Or monetary gain.
And then the flaw, would easily distracted by a pretty face, agreeing with Ruby that he should run the bookstore.
So you think Ruby is pretty?
Yeah,
Is that what you're
She's your
saying?
cousin, dude, and she's married.
that just makes it more taboo.
Who
Is
has...
Ruby pretty?
Oh, I don't have any idea. That kind of thing is subjective anyway.
If she's going to be in charge, she has to be at least somewhat attractive.
Who has the most
That's-
creative solution to a problem this session?
That was. I don't remember what we picked.
Who said it was Victor for
Victor,
trying to play
yeah.
all sides?
For what?
Yeah, Victor really wanted to get some profit out of this.
For trying to
That's
play every side to
real
get into
hard.
the vault.
He literally spoke to everybody. We could. He literally talked to everybody and just constantly contradicting himself. Just to every person. It was amazing to hear.
If only he had a backpack filled with 30 pounds of acid, he could have got it. Who furthered the party's goals the most?
Ekon.
This was his job, and it got the house a lot of clout, and I think we're all looking a lot better than we were last week, thanks to him.
And who's the badass?
That was Edmont for killing a dragon and then taking a dagger to the chest.
And just getting up and proceeding to flip out the vitamin K.
Getting one hit killed, and then getting right back up and starting to fight again.
And intangibles?
I don't think we came up
just
with that.
making me lose my shit. Like I'm not in trouble because I was just losing my shit at all this. I want the engine. Why? I don't know.
We're giving Genie the intangibles?
I'm okay with that.
Not to mention just randomly firing into a crowd of people and missing everybody.
Hit once.
All right, and Edmont takes our straw poll this week.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right,
All right.
so Edmont, you've got... I'm sorry, let's reaffirm. Blips are currently worth 126. 126. Edmont, you have 5 and you just earned 5. So you have
Excellent.
to roll over at least 4. Do you want to come in next week with 6?
Yes, and that actually rolling over those 4 does give me enough for a level. So
So come in next week with 6 and roll over 4.
Yeah.
Ekon, you had 6 and you've earned 4, all of which you're rolling over.
Yep, which puts me at level 4.
Okay. Evie, you had 6 and you earned 3. Are you just rolling 3 over?
I am rolling those 3 over, and I'm rolling 1 more over to get my level.
So you're coming in next week with 5.
Correct.
Genie, you had none and you earned 4. Just coming in next week with 4.
Yes.
And Victor, you had 6 and you earned 4, so you have to roll over 4. At least
Yes.
4. You coming in next week with 6?
Yeah,
Does that give everybody enough to level up?
yeah.
I think so.
Yep.
And that's a big
What's our
level.
threshold? What's our threshold to the next level?
6,500.
Okay.
Very high.
Level
Yeah.
5 is 6,500. Yeah. So
But
Yeah,
this is a huge level for us.
assuming everybody takes their class level, this is where you'll pick your subclass and start getting your really cool stuff.
Oh, we're not all going to do one level wizard.
Cleric actually just gets spells because I got all my cool stuff at level 2.
So, Edmont, what reputation are you taking? You're going level 3 monk, is that correct?
Yeah.
And what reputation are you taking?
Took down an unseelie bastard on the whatever the name of the ship was, the brain,
The Lucky Morin?
the
So
Lucky Morin.
you have the luxury of having dealt the killing blow to that creature. Is
Yep.
that what you're taking as your reputation?
Yep.
Killed a
Correct.
draconian unseelie.
With his bare hands.
And what subclass are you picking for monk?
I was thinking. I'm still gonna go with the path of shadow.
What book is that in?
That's in the player's
Player's
handbook.
Handbook.
Go Shadow Teleport.
God, it shows you how long it's been since I've read the player's handbook classes. So what good is a shadow monk? Like what? All monks are dumb shit. I've never
So I
seen
can
anybody
burn-
play a monk that wasn't dumb shit.
Okay, so right out the gate right now, I can spend 2 of my 3 key points. I can cast Darkness, Dark Vision, Pass Without Trace, or Silence. Also, I have the Minor Illusion cantrip.
All of these are good. Ekon, you're leveling up to level 3 in Aethar,
Yep.
and you already have a subclass because you're a priest, yes?
Yeah.
What are you taking as your level 4 reputation?
Destroyed all the skeletons assaulting Dead Rabbit Way.
That isn't true.
With your radiant light. It's true
Well-
enough for a reputation.
I don't want everyone to bunch up on destroying the one guys.
I can...
Also, I did about 100 damage.
Yeah, that's true.
with 1 or 2 actions. Evie, you're taking level 3 in Rogue,
Correct.
and what are you taking as your level 4 reputation?
That's a great question because I defeated an unseelie creature in one shot, but I don't think anyone knows that.
Stabber of children.
I mean, can I use that?
Child killer.
Yeah,
mean,
if you
was
want.
that-
It's
that-
an unknown, aberrant unseelie.
Yeah, so I guess I could say defeated an unseelie creature in a single blow.
Lots of people saw you do it. What are you taking as your rogue subclass?
Mastermind.
That in Xanathar's?
I think it's Tasha's, but I need to check.
No, it's Xanathar.
That's Xanathar's.
Okay.
Because that's what red was.
Okay, sorry.
Long before.
No, that's the one that gives other people attacks. Yes.
Yep. It gives me the ability to aid as a bonus action. It gives me the ability to perfectly emulate the speech of another person, and it gives me proficiency in disguise kit, forgery kit, and 2 additional languages.
Okay. Victor, are you taking level 3 in rogue?
Yes.
And what are you taking as your level 4 reputation?
That is a good question.
Yeah, that's why I asked it. I don't ask bad questions.
Oh, I'm trying to remember what Victor has done this session.
That might be just a
Operator.
session.
Smooth operator.
Yeah, no, it's the entire level, so basically the entire campaign.
Smooth operator would be appropriate.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
that.
we'll go with that.
And what subclass are you taking for rogue?
He's gonna go with Soul Knife.
That sounds like a Tasha's.
It is Atasha's.
What does Soul Knife do?
So level 3, you get Psionic Power, which lets you do Side Bolster Knack, which is if you fail an ability check, you can use the Psionic Energy die to add to it. You can do Psychic Whispers, where you can establish telepathic communication between yourself and others. And then you get Psychic Blades, which are nice illusionary short swords, basically, or psionic short swords.
That
They
you
just
can,
kind of pop out of your hands.
they also are finesse and thrown and have a range of 60 feet.
What is this psionic energy die?
It's actually a pretty elegant mechanic when you read the whole thing.
Yeah, the great thing about the psionic dies is if you use them, and you fail, they are not consumed.
The other great thing is you can get one back as a bonus action if you don't have any.
Is that true? Where I don't see that.
Yeah, you can only do it once per short rest, though.
Oh, okay.
That's a pretty good resource, though.
For short rest, yeah. So every short rest, you can always have one. They're like a daily resource that you can get a little bit back on if you use them all.
And
All right.
the psychic blades are good because they do psychic damage.
And you don't have to have a weapon in hand.
So now that everybody's level 4, we can go ahead into an actual dungeon that I can design, which I've already designed. It's already done.
Already
So we'll
done.
look forward to that for next week. All right,
Yay.
that's it. You
Yep.
don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Later.